Every villain thinks they're the smartest person in the world until the hero steps in and proves them wrong. Today, we're diving into the 8 most brilliant moments when the hero was smarter than the villain. Not only are they smarter, but their intelligence is often what wins the day, proving that being clever and thinking on your feet is just as valuable as brute strength. Let's take a look at these brilliant heroes who outsmarted the villains, starting with Woody from the Toy Story franchise. 1. Woody, Toy Story. For the longest time, Woody was Andy's favorite toy. He was the leader of the group, always in charge of keeping everyone in line, and they did everything together. He was the toy who had it all: respect, admiration, and a place of honor. But then, a new toy arrives: Buzz Lightyear. Buzz is everything Woody isn't. He has a cool laser beam, a jetpack, and a sense of grandeur that quickly captures Andy's attention. Woody watches helplessly as Buzz edges him out, taking his spot as Andy's favorite toy. To say Woody doesn't take that well is an understatement. Imagine being replaced by a space ranger. Yeah, Woody doesn't take it kindly. Angry, but eventually thoughtful. At first, Woody tries everything he can to get rid of Buzz. He doesn't want to admit it, but he's jealous. Woody tries every possible move: traps, schemes, and even sabotaging Buzz, just to keep his spot as Andy's number 1. But here's the twist. After their initial rivalry, the two actually become friends. So when the villain, Sid, is about to destroy Buzz, Woody decides to step in and save him.
So play nice.
Not only does he save Buzz's life, but he also gives Sid lifelong trauma. That's gotta count for something, right? But Woody's intelligence goes beyond just clever moments like this. In Toy Story 3, Woody's true brilliance shines through. He becomes the mastermind behind the great toy escape from the daycare. He maps out their routes, carefully avoids the patrol trucks, and even neutralizes the security monkey. He doesn't just plan a simple escape. He plans a detailed operation that gets everyone out of the grasp of Lotso, the villain. Woody's quick thinking ultimately saves the toys from a terrible fate, proving that sometimes the true hero is the one who thinks things through and doesn't rush into action. 2. Judy Hopps, Zootopia. Judy's story is about proving that intelligence isn't just about being the biggest or the toughest. In a world where bunnies are stereotyped as carrot farmers, Judy is determined to become the first bunny police officer. No one believes she can do it. Not her family, her colleagues, and definitely not the public. But Judy's determination and intelligence shine through, proving all the naysayers wrong. When Judy starts her journey, no one expects much from her. Her first major case involves a missing otter, and while the rest of her colleagues laugh at her, Judy gets to work. She digs deep and uses her investigative skills to uncover a much bigger conspiracy. She realizes the night howlers aren't wolves at all. They're flowers, plants that are causing predators to go savage. Not only does Judy crack the case wide open, but she also outsmarts everyone along the way. She uncovers the real villain, Bellwether, and uses her cleverness to outwit her. And let's not forget how she tricked Bellwether into exposing herself. Judy and Mick secretly replace the Night Howler serum with blueberries.
My word against yours. Ooh, actually...
And I'll dart every predator in Zootopia to keep it that way.
Bellwether thinks she's won, only to realize she's been outsmarted. Judy shows us that sometimes being underestimated can actually be a superpower. The villain never saw her coming, and in the end, it's Judy's quick thinking and clever moves that save the day. 3. Fa Mulan, Mulan Tone. Mulan's intelligence is unique because in her world, women weren't expected to do anything beyond household chores. She's told she has no value beyond marrying well and bringing honor to her family. But of course, Mulan isn't good at being someone she's not. She fails at being graceful and obedient, to the point where she accidentally sets the matchmaker on fire. That didn't go well.
You may look like a bride, but you will never bring your family honor.
When her father is called to war, Mulan knows he won't survive. She impersonates a man and takes his place. She knows this is dangerous, but it's her only option. At first, Mulan struggles. She's weak compared to the other soldiers, and everyone doubts her abilities. What she doesn't have in strength, she makes up for with brains. Instead of using brute force, she thinks her way through situations. Her brilliance is on full display when she uses a cannon to create an avalanche, taking down the entire Han army without risking her comrades. In the end, Mulan doesn't just win with her intelligence. She saves all of China with it. The moment she proves her worth is when she uses her knowledge of strategy rather than brute force to outsmart the enemy and save her father's life. 4. Flynn Ryder, Tangled. Flynn is smart, sure, but he's smart in the wrong ways. He's a thief, a liar, and a charming rogue who has spent most of his life using his smarts to get himself out of trouble. When he meets Rapunzel, his first plan is to trick her into thinking he's a good guy and to escape with the crown. Of course, Rapunzel doesn't fall for it. Instead, she unintentionally turns the whole tavern into a musical therapy session. Over time, Flynn stops thinking only of himself. Rapunzel's kindness and strength open his eyes to the possibilities of using his brain for good. When they face Gothel, Flynn uses his intelligence in the most unexpected way. He sacrifices himself to destroy what Gothel values most, Rapunzel's hair. The thief, the liar, becomes the hero who saves the girl he loves. In doing so, he shows us that sometimes using your intelligence for good can lead to the most unexpected and powerful outcomes. 5. Hiccup, How to Train Your Dragon. Hiccup is an unlikely hero. From the moment we meet him, he's sarcastic, weak, and viewed as a disappointment in a society where strength is everything. Instead of fighting dragons, Hiccup befriends them. The moment he befriends Toothless, everything changes. He doesn't just use his intelligence to build a prosthetic tail for Toothless. He creates an entire bond that leads them to defeat the Red Death. Hiccup's true brilliance shines when he saves Toothless from Drago Bloodfist's control. Through trust and clever tactics, Hiccup proves that the bond they share is stronger than any weapon or force. 6. Po, Kung Fu Panda. Po, the clumsy, noodle-loving panda, was never meant to be the dragon warrior. When Master Oogway picked Po, everyone thought it was a huge mistake. What Po lacks in strength, he makes up for with unique intelligence. When facing Tai Lung, Po cracks the secret of the Dragon Scroll. It's not about power, it's about inner peace. He uses creativity and calm to triumph over brute force. In Kung Fu Panda 3, when Kai claims the whooshy fingerhold doesn't work on him, Po quickly adapts and outsmarts him, tricking Kai into overloading with chi. Even the toughest situations can be solved with brains and a bit of cleverness. 7. Gru, Despicable Me. Gru is a supervillain with grand plans to steal the moon. When his shrink ray is stolen, he must devise a new plan, fast. Gru's intelligence isn't just about gadgets. It's about how he adapts when things go wrong. His greatest success comes when he adopts 3 little girls. At first it seems ridiculous, but Gru learns that family isn't about schemes. He uses his intellect to build a better life for his newfound family. He may have started as a villain, but Gru ultimately outsmarts everyone and becomes a father, a hero in his own way. 8. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. The legendary swordsman has faced countless villains. For the first time, he meets a foe he cannot outsmart, death itself. Death is a looming presence that Puss can't escape no matter how hard he tries. For the first time, Puss realizes he isn't invincible. Instead of running, he faces death. In that moment of acceptance, when he stops trying to escape and starts living for himself, he finally outsmarts death. He learns that sometimes the smartest thing you can do isn't fight, but embrace the truth. It's a beautiful moment of growth, a lesson that life is precious, and you can only truly outsmart death by living fully. These heroes may not always have the best gadgets, the greatest powers, or the strongest muscles. What they do have is intelligence. They know how to use their brains to outsmart their enemies, proving that sometimes brains are stronger than brawn. Whether it's Woody's clever rescue, Judy's brilliant case solving, or Poe's deep understanding of inner peace, these heroes show us that the greatest strength often lies in the ability to think on your feet.